Okay, so I know I said I'd be playing Sonic Colors, but I kinda lied to you. We're gonna be playing instead Sonic Colors. It was a game that wasn't released in the United States, and it's fairly recent, but luckily for us, it plays pretty much exactly the same as Sonic Colors. So let's start off Colors here. We're gonna have a great time. Let's start in Tropical Resort. Look at this! We're in a level already. Holy crap! There's no cutscene. There's no opening. Nothing. We're just boom level. So these little guys, they help us boost in this game. It works a whole lot like Unleashed, except instead of getting rings to boost, you collect these little dudes and capsules. So that's good. Hey, as you can see, gameplay is very similar to Unleashed. It's just a lot more refined than it was. The controls feel tighter. It feels just... Overall, it just works a lot better, I think, personally. I know there's a lot of people out there that prefer Unleashed's daytime stages to this game. I am not one of them. I love this game. I love every last aspect about it, really. So, we're gonna keep going through. Let's see. You can't do a whole lot in this level right now because there's these power-ups that you can get later on and then bring back. And I'm not gonna spoil it quite yet for you now. But you see those little, like, yellow capsules, like that one, we just passed it? There's nothing in there. There's supposed to be something in there, but it won't happen until later, and we'll show you. You'll find out. So yeah, already this level is just, it looks amazing. These graphics for the Wii, this is a Wii game. I just want to stress that right now, and I know what you're thinking, the Wii doesn't have games. Well, it has this one. And that's about it, actually. But the point is, this looks really good, especially for a Wii game, and the levels are just full of life, they're incredibly detailed, and there's the end of the level. Hit that, and blow it up, and check that out. Stuff, whoa, what are those guys? They're coming out of it. It's just these little creatures everywhere. So we beat the level. Every time you beat the level, you get to beat up the score here. You just keep hitting it, and eventually stuff comes out. There's a 1-up in one of these numbers here, so maybe we'll find it. There's a bunch of rings, they don't do as much good. There's a 1-up, grab it! Okay, great. So we got that, and let's continue on. Holy crap, Act 2! They're just not throwing cutscenes at us. Well, what's the storyline? How are we supposed to know what's going on? I don't care, actually. It's exactly how a Sonic game should be. You pick up and you play it. Yeah, I think it's one of the great things about this game. There's a lot of great things I have to say about this game. That right there is a red ring. We're gonna miss it because I'm bad at jumping. Whatever. Red rings, the way they work is there's 5 of them hidden in every stage. Collecting a certain number of them will unlock levels in this little, like... not sure exactly what to call it. It's called the Sonic Simulator, and it basically has all these, like, mini levels you can play. Beating enough of the mini levels will unlock Chaos Emeralds for you, and Chaos Emeralds will do something. And yeah, they aren't part of the plot this time, which is nice. Yeah, we're not going to worry too much about it. I'm not doing like a 100% run here or anything. I've already done that. And we're just going to run through and really enjoy this game. It's a nice, enjoying... It's got a lot of personality to it. If you pay close attention and don't listen to me yapping, you can hear in the background that Robotnik has these PA announcements every once in a while. And you can stop in the level and listen to them. And if you haven't heard them before, I highly suggest like going... You're on YouTube right now, so that's not hard. But I suggest searching for them. Search for the Sonic Colors. Sonic Color, I won't run with that, it'll be annoying. Yeah, search for the Sonic Colors, Dr. Robotnik, or Eggman. PA announcements. They're all really funny. They're all really well done. The game was well written. All of the cutscenes, there are cutscenes in this game. You just haven't seen them yet. The cutscenes are all good. The voice actors are good. Just everything feels like it has personality to it. It's great. Let's beat another level. Let's beat up some more points here. Got a B rank. The ranks are a little hard to get just in the beginning because you don't have a whole lot of powers expected. You know, like you don't have a whole lot of powers like available to you, but you'll unlock them later on. Check it out, it's Sonic and Tails. I don't know how much a planet costs.
But I gotta hand it to the Eggster. This place is epic.
So Sonic's balls must have dropped between this and Unleashed because his voice is a lot deeper. But it's a good voice actor still, I think.
because Eggman plus secretly built amusement park equals evil plot for us to foil. Lucky
I don't know if I really want to talk over these or not. They're good cutscenes, actually.
It would be pretty hard to miss a giant floating space amusement park surrounded by planets.
That's true. I don't know. You'd overlook something like that.
I don't know.
Wow! Plot or not, you can't be mad at this view. This place has taken beauty to the next level. I'm just surprised that it was so easy to sneak in here.
I don't want to talk to you. I actually enjoy these cutscenes. I can't say anything bad about them. I can't even make fun of them. They almost make fun of themselves. It's real tongue-in-cheek here.
Accelerating space elevator whisks you to an
They're
interplanetary
amusing.
wonderland of fun.
I can't believe somebody was dumb enough to leave the keys in this thing. It's like Eggman's begging us to sneak in and trash the place.
Oh man, this thing's got crazy fast acceleration.
Gotta get to space somehow. I guess there's this crazy space elevator to do it.
This amusement park has been constructed entirely out of a sense of remorse for my past transgressions, and
Oh,
is
how
in no way
sweet.
associated with any sort of evil plot or premeditated misdeeds.
You know what? I believe you. No one just builds an amusement park to be a dick later on in life.
Just
But you know that's
thinking
not
about it
true
makes my
already.
head feel like it wants to.
So, whoa. What's going on here? These little aliens, dude. A couple robots. Robots probably means Robotnik. That makes sense, right? It's like his name's in. You can't spell Robotnik without robot. The red one just doesn't seem to care. He's kind of a lot like the one in Unleashed. Like he's a little different, but his design's pretty much the same. And he acts kind of condescending, like that one does. Let's save these little critters here. They're kind of cute, right? Look at them. Oh crap! What is he? Oh god! I'm laser. What is? That was frantic. So let's go ahead and save our data right here. We're 2 levels in. Set up in a dud thing here. And I'm gonna, let's see. Should I make for my... I'm gonna just do this right here. There we go. Alright, so let's select. We got these icons right here. You could choose. You could choose a Mii's too. Who cares about Mii's? Not me. Alright, we'll choose our good old buddy Sonic. This is his game and his challenge after all. Look at this, got a whole bunch of levels available to us. We started the first 2 acts of the middle one right here, so let's continue on with that, because everything is locked up. Look, you got a kind of a world map system. Levels are very easy to traverse. There's no hub world, there's no boring little map. It's pretty neat. So Act 3 of this, Tropical Resort. Every world has 6 acts and then a boss to it, so you get a decent amount of gameplay out of every world here, and they all feel fresh and exciting too. Different acts usually feel like they have some sort of different, I don't really want to say gimmick behind them, but they all kind of function differently than the others. And some of them are fairly short, some of them are longer. Now there's a nice variety going on in the level setup here. So this is the first level. We get a power up here, and we're going to get that pretty soon. I'll show you. Let's take this first. There it is. It's the laser. So what we can do is press the Z button, because I'm using a GameCube controller, and there you go. It shoots you straight forward, or in whatever direction you're pointing in. If it hits any one of those crystals, then it'll bounce off the crystal and into the next one and keep you going. And otherwise, it'll just go straight forward and into something. So it's a pretty fun power-up. There's also these glowing areas you can find that if you shoot a laser into them, you'll get sucked up into them. It's kind of like a pipe or something. And that's our first power-up there. And you got these guys too, I explained them already. They give you more of a boost meter. So our little alien buddies are helping us out. It's fun. And let's go back there. Let's destroy things. There's power-ups and stuff in here. See that yellow capsule? Oh, it's still nothing in there. We'll get something later on to put into that. And we'll be able to come back here if we so choose and use power-ups. And like, you can't get all the red rings and everything unless you get some of the power-ups, because some of them you just can't get into the area that they are without getting these power-ups unlocked first. So I'll bounce off of these, and look at the waving signs. They're telling us where to go. Thank you. Thanks for the landing advice. And it's just a really nice looking level. This game in general is just fascinating looking, I think. Whoops. The level design is very nice, I think. It feels a lot less like you have to memorize things than in Unleashed, because in Unleashed, if you had screwed up in the later levels, like if you screwed up even a tiny bit, then there's that thing I'm talking about. Look at this. There we go. I think it's like 5. Okay. If you screwed up even like a tiny bit in Unleashed, and you saw me do this multiple times, like you'd just die, you know? The levels were kind of unforgiving, and you kind of had to memorize what you were doing in order to get a smooth run going in there. With this, the levels feel a lot more forgiving. Like you can mess up a few times, you can accidentally miss some platforms and things like that, and you're going to be able to continue on and get a decent rank still. You know, you're going to have to memorize it if you want to get a perfect rank, but you got to work for those. But in order to just get something decent going along, you have to be good at the game, but you don't have to really work for it that much. And it's nice. There's multiple paths in every level, which is also nice. Instead of falling off if you rush too far and fall off a cliff or something, you're most likely going to end up in just another area of the level, like, you know, a path that isn't as quick or difficult or something. And it really kind of drives up the replay value for me. I don't feel like I have to commit to learning a level in order to have fun with this game. It's nice. So the gimmick of this level is he's got this little floating guy here. If you've ever played Super Mario, then they're Lakitus pretty much. He's sitting there, he's throwing spike balls at us. It's nothing too new in the video game universe. This is a very short level here, but like I said, in order to get a good rank in it, you're really going to have to learn the level layout and practice at it. Because there's a lot of secrets to this level, there's a lot of like special areas to get into. And see, there's a goal right there. It's pretty simple, but in order to get anything decent, you really have to search for it. You can't just rush through everything and expect a good grade. This game doesn't work like that. Alright, that's the next act done. We'll collect that one up and continue on. Hey, it's a cutscene, sweet! What's Tails working on here?
Static capacitor to the maximizing modulationizer.
The what? What are those words
I wish I knew what you were saying, little guy.
Wish I knew what you were saying, Tails. I think you were making up most of those words there. You can't just say long syllabled things and expect to sound smart.
Crazy!
Oh, I was reconfiguring my handheld into a translator so I can understand this guy. Did you go somewhere?
Yeah, for all you people paying attention at home, that translator Tails is holding is the loading screen from Sonic Unleashed. It's that machine that he held with him all the time. So it's cool, they're keeping up with it. It's not that unbelievable, Tails. I mean, think about all the crap you've done in your life.
Eggman and figure out how catching these aliens fits into whatever heinous plan he's hatching.
And wreck that plan, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much how we spend our time.
It is, it's true. I mean, that sounds like something I'd say to this cutscene, but it says it for me. They're amusing cutscenes. I like them very much. Let's go to Act 5. Let's check it out. Yeah, each level has multiple remixes of the song for the level, too, which is nice. So you've got like 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 variations of the level theme, so it doesn't get too boring or any of that. It kind of feels like different acts from Sonic 3 or so, how Act 2 had a fairly different song from Act 1, but it was still the main song. So you get a whole lot of lasers in this level here. There's also these pink capsules, which don't do anything yet, but we'll unlock those eventually. And I mean, once you go back and unlock them, it makes the levels more replayable. It'll get easier to get good grades, easier to find all those red rings and everything, and just generally more fun to go through. So it's got replayability, definitely. And I can't stress this enough. I really like the just feeling of being able to pick up and play this game. It's a feeling that I haven't gotten in a game in years, you know? Like, if you sit down with a game now, it's one of those things where you have to go through a tutorial and learn controls and have all these cutscenes happen with a plot, and you gotta devote time into a game now, which isn't bad every once in a while. But I'm a fan of the classics, you know, all the Genesis and Super Nintendo stuff, and you could seriously just plug a game into that system and go. And you didn't have to learn anything about the character or any of this stuff, you just press start and play it. So it's nice that you're able to do that with this game. I feel like it really helps give it a sort of classic feel. I'm sure you've noticed by now there's probably a lot more 2D areas in this game than there were on Unleashed, which, you know, you take the good with the bad. They're good sections, and they do a good job with both dimensions. And the game just runs really smoothly overall. Alright, so not quite an S rank. If you notice, if you get an A rank, the 1-up drops from the sky, so you get an extra life there. If you get an S rank, you get an additional 3 lives. So if you strive for those, you're gonna be rolling in the extra men. We got one more act over here. Let's take it out. Alright, this act, if I remember right, is, I believe this is entirely 2D. It's very platformy here. I think I've made this comparison before, but this level in particular really gives me sort of a Crash Bandicoot feel, and I don't know why. It feels like a bonus stage. If you've ever played any of the Crash Bandicoot games, and you get those little bonus areas, and they're always side-scrolling, you always just break boxes, collect items, and everything. And it kind of feels like one of those for some reason. So I really like this. I'll get this ring down here, and... oh crap, my fault. Sonic gets a very slight double jump in this game. You press the jump button while you're in the air, and he does like a little tiny bounce. And it'll help you get that little extra height needed to get to certain platforms, but it also feels a little weird. Like it'll stop your acceleration. It'll kind of just restart your jump almost, it feels like. And if you're doing precise platforming jump, it makes some things a little difficult, but overall not too bad. There we go, so get that last one. We got 4 out of the 5 rings in this, so that's pretty cool, I guess. You don't unlock anything like mega special right away, but you get them all and you eventually get all the Sonic Stadium, whatever. It's the Sonic Simulator levels. And if you beat all those levels, good things happen. I see no reason not to spoil it, actually. I'm not going to do it in this video. Like, I'm not just going to collect a whole crap load of rings and waste everybody's time. But for those of you not in the know, this is the very first game since Sonic and Knuckles that collecting all the Chaos Emeralds in will allow you to play as Super Sonic in any level. It's a nice welcome change. It's something that everyone's been missing. Yeah, it works pretty well. You got like an infinite boost, you're invincible. So there's Robotnik again. He's up to no good. He's just as evil and sarcastic as ever. Yeah, guys, God. There's not nearly enough aliens in these capsules. Oh, shut up. I don't know, he's got these little sidekick guys now. They're pretty cool, I guess. They add to the comedic value of the game.
Hyper go on power.
I
know I say that every time, but this
Is that the official name for it?
nothing will stop me. What? Sonic!
Who you calling nothing?
He means since the boss said nothing will stop me, and Sonic here is going to stop him.
Do you really have to explain that? I thought it was pretty clear
Nobody
there.
would get that.
Thanks, Sonic.
You're so smart, Robot. You take care of this mess. Release the big boy. At least I know he won't screw it up. Hasta la bye-bye, suckers!
Oh, geez, that is a pretty big boy. In a Ferris wheel cage looking deal.
Guess it's time for me to start stopping.
Let's start with that stopping. Let's stop all sorts of starts.
I get it.
Yeah, congratulations. Good job. I'm proud of you. Alright, so first boss time. It's the boss of Tropical Resort. And it's this big guy, so we gotta rush around in this little loop here. We can use these platforms to jump up and hit him. And they give us the power-ups in here somewhere too. The power-ups do a lot more damage than just hitting them on your own. So if you could grab them like that, then great, do it. Laser him right into the face. And there's a whole ton of damage to him. So more damage you do, more attacks he starts unleashing. These platforms spin, things go faster, blah 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 blah. Just avoid that. Up high enough, we'll hit him. And there we go. See, he's dead already. Not a big deal if you get the power-ups. They go down real quick if you get those power-ups. So he spouts rings everywhere. Just collect whatever you can, because it'll help with your score bonus at the end if you want an S rank. The boss is done already, which is bad. Gonna bump that up to an A, and maybe this will... Nope, not quite. Still an A rank. Nothing to scoff. Still good. Alright, got that extra life, and they're all set. So World 1 is down.
Just tighten this last bolt. Oh, there you are. Where'd you run off to?
I did a little shopping, grabbed a bite to eat, and trashed a giant killer robot.
Oh, that's cool.
Really? And they've got shopping here too?
The way to
Says everything.
skip the most important part
how's
of
your
that.
translator
but-
thingy coming along?
I think it's done. It's in binary code, so only I can read it.
Yes, Tails, you're the only one in history that knows ones and zeros mean.
Who are you, and what is happening to your people?
Okay. It says his name is Talks a lot.
I doubt that.
Faraway soda, and where
Soda?
flowers water them with dances.
That's
I think your
probably
machine still has
not
some bugs.
what you're thinking of.
I think I can figure this out, though. Okay, he said his name is Yacker. He's from a race of beings called
This makes a little more sense.
Wisps?
No, Wisps, with a W.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll just
right.
stick with aliens if that's okay with everybody.
Sonic, are you breaking the fourth wall?
Oh, sure.
Why are you talking to me?
Either being used for
I'm not okay with you calling them aliens. They have a name, buddy.
to make underwear to be worn by Sally.
What? No, you're
Just
wrong.
save them over and over.
Oh, that's almost creepy, actually.
When I was running around trashing robots, I saw a map that had a couple of interesting places. I think I'll go check them out, and maybe save some aliens.
Maybe, yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna save them or not. We'll decide that when we get there, I guess. That is kind of horrifying, wow, he brings up a really good point. Huh.
I'm missing an arm. Have you got an arm?
No, but really, how much can it matter?
I guess it can't matter much.
Uh-oh, I guess it does matter much. Because something's leaking out there, that can't be good. Alright, so we got two options here. We're going to choose the bottom one and head on over to Sweet Mountain. Now this is a cool level. I really like this level. Everything's food themed. So you got, all these kind of robot platforms and everything. It's like a factory for food. See, check that out. It's a giant missile and it's filled with jelly beans. What more could you possibly ask for? We got a ton of stuff like that. There's a jelly bean missiles. There's donut loop-de-loops. There's a cupcake mountain back there. Check that shit out. There's just everything here looks delicious and wonderful. And I would love to go to Sweet Mountain. It's a place that is full of candy canes and lollipops and happiness and childhood dreams, really. So it's a really cool theme for a level, I think. That's another thing I like about Sonic Colors, is all of the levels feel like new and original, I really want to say. And I don't want to spoil all the levels for you immediately. We're going to see them all eventually, so. But they all felt like they were either something Sonic hasn't done before, like in this case, a food-themed level, something that Sonic hasn't been in before. We've seen it in other games. I don't know, it's been in other games, it's something that they do, and, oh man, this is the drill power-up right here. It's those yellow capsules we couldn't get in the Carnival level, but you can drill through the ground, and you gotta watch your meter in the bottom corner, because you want to make sure you get out of the ground before that meter runs out, or else you die. But you can use it to drill through certain soft ground, and find secret areas and stuff. Yeah, Sonic hasn't done food levels before, and like even if it is a level he has done, it feels like it's combined with its second theme to make it interesting. You know, you don't have like boring level types in this. There's no just generic lava level or generic grass field level. It's always combined with something else to make it exciting. So congrats to them for the level design and the art design and everything. Really, it's just a good game. I feel like the platforming sections just work very solid. It's a lot easier to control Sonic, to tell where you're going, to jump around. Just everything, it flows and it works. And I love the game because of it. This is one of those games that, like, for the first time in a Sonic game since I don't even know how long, I feel like I could just pick up and play this one if I feel like playing a Sonic game, you know? So you got these right here. Some on the first level that I didn't explain them. Basically, you just mash the A button. No more of this QuickTime event bullshit. You don't have to memorize the Wii controller and press like 30 different buttons if you want to jump over a rail or just do anything really. You just mash that A button. That's all the game asks of you. Just keep hitting A. Just don't worry about it. You just keep pressing things and you're gonna make it through. It's okay. Alright, so another A rank there, which means another one up. Let's see if we can find one more hidden in these. There we go, here we go, grab it. Great, okay. You only have a certain amount of time to do that too, because Sonic is eventually going to stop and celebrate, and you can't move him around, so we got all the drill Wisp. They're going to go off to the other levels. Reminds me of Super Mario World there. If you get to one of the Switch Palaces and you hit that button, and then all the switches just kind of float off everywhere, and you scatter between the levels. Feels like that. So, Sweet Mountain Act 2. Just more of this. So you can see all the donuts hanging on cranes there. They're moving donuts around. It's an important part of the factory. We have to make sure that the giant donuts are getting shipped where they're supposed to, or something. Huge lollipops. This is drifting right here. It's kind of weird. The drifting mechanic sucks, I'm not going to lie about it. You just hold down the B button, and you drift left and right, and you get points for like every second you do it, so no reason not to, really. And drifting definitely felt a lot more natural in Sonic Unleashed, so I won't defend every last thing about this game. But it still works well. It's still an idea. But check out this mountain. We're circling around this giant hamburger hill, and like not the hamburger hill because people died in that and it was terrible, but a hamburger hill. Like there is a literal hamburger back there. You see the tomatoes and lettuce and everything. It's a very tasty looking mountain. So we kill all these guys. Where is? Oh, there's one more. There he is. Okay. And this drops down, so we can use that to get into the background here. And this place kind of reminds me of Missouri's Daytime stage, how at the end of it there was that giant tree and you kind of circled around it. So the whole level, the whole Act 2, just kind of works like this. You just circle around, and then there's drill, so. In case you haven't noticed by now, it was kind of hard to tell in the first world, because I honestly don't even remember a lot of enemies from there. But Act 2 here has the start of this. You'll see the bees floating around aren't just normal bees. They're the buzz bombers from, I think, Sonic 2. And you'll notice that with this game. They use a lot of old enemies. And it's a nice touch. You've got the spiny dudes from Chemical Plant Zone. You've got Moto bugs from Green Hill. You've got, you know, just a bunch of enemy cameo appearances. And those are definitely nice. And it was one of those things where people noticed, and look, there's something hidden under there. I don't know what it does. Oh, it brings that down. So we can do this and can't do anything because we haven't unlocked the green guy yet. But yeah, if you haven't really caught on by now, the little alien dudes we keep collecting, they're called Wisps, and each one of them, I think there's like 6 in total or something. 6 or 7. But each of them has their own little power-up that they can help you out with. There's different types that we'll see. We've gotten the laser and the drill so far, as long as the white one, which just lets you boost. but they're all really helpful. It's not one of those things where it's a temporary power-up. You don't feel like you have to, I don't know, devote a level to being one of them, I guess. You're still Sonic. You're not like a stretchy hog or some crappy character you don't want to play as or anything weird. It's just Sonic the whole way through. And it's nice. You don't have to worry about doing something that you don't feel like doing. The Sonic team finally realized that everyone is here to play as Sonic, and we don't want to deal with some sort of time waster between playing as Sonic. So they figured that out, and they made a shorter game as a result. This game isn't too terribly long if you know what you're doing, but it's got decent replayability, and the levels are just a whole lot of fun to play. You've got, you know, very creatively designed levels in both artistic and the actual level design. Look, they aren't even rails, they're candy canes. How cool is that? This whole entire level. Look at it, we got a new power-up. It's the rocket, it's the orange Wisp, and pretty much just like I said, we turn into a rocket, we blast off, and we get thrown into the air. So when we come down, we do this like slow skydiving thing. It allows us to like power up in midair. Press the B button to fall quicker. And we can just collect rings and power-ups and stuff up there. So the rocket power-up helps you reach new heights, helps you get items that are hidden up in the sky. I can't do anything here because we don't have the purple one yet. The purple one's cool, we'll get to that one. Rocket again. Up here. That trail of rings looks mighty suspicious. So there is an extra life for us. And white wisps there. And just a bunch of rings everywhere. Yeah, I like the donuts in the background. The donuts are just a huge touch to this level. There's different kinds. You got the chocolate with sprinkles back there. It looks delicious. And I like how the crane's moving foods around. Like, I think there's pancakes back there. And you just gotta lug all this food around. You gotta get it from one side of this factory to the other. I don't know why anyone needs to make giant food. But I'm not gonna argue with it. Like, giant food is probably just as delicious as regular food. And, oh! Okay. That's not how you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to drift around this, and drifting feels a lot tighter than it does in, oh gosh, in Unleashed. Drifting just feels unnatural, like I said before. It's kind of weird. Watch out for these guys. Oh jeez. Exploding and shooting. Oh crap. Okay, now we're good. See? See, this is Sonic Unleashed, you would have died right there. There would have been just like a bottomless pit, but you don't have to worry about it. It's another platform in this game. And you get another... Did I really just do that? I just died to an enemy. When was the last time that happened? Oh my god. I had 0 rings and I just walked up and shook his hand with my face. There's a secret area here. I'm just going to take this instead. It's going to be safer. I'll switch rails over. There's a bunch of crap hidden in here. That includes wisps and rings and a red ring. We can get that right there. Alright, so now we're protected a little bit. Just jump a crow crap. That was close. Didn't jump, but I saved myself. That's good. Alright, there's the end of the level. And you can kind of notice, it's kind of cool how they did this, but the end of one level in a lot of situations is usually the beginning of the next one. You can see that the levels are kind of broken apart into sections. So like that platform we just ended on, it might be the platform that we start on in the next act. We'll find out in just a second here. There's all the rocket wisps. We'll bring those out into the other levels. I'm going to share them with everybody. Next act. Is it? Was I right? Hey, it looks like it, yeah. I guess. It works enough. Whatever, I'm not picky. Alright, this level kind of sucks. You got these little laser things here. You press a button and they'll slowly rotate around. So you want to make sure you don't hit them because lasers hurt. I don't know if I have to explain that to you. It's one of those, after 9 Sonic games, I'd hope you'd get that, because there's been lasers in most, if not all of them. So you got these vats of who the hell knows what back there. They look kind of tasty. I'm sure they are. It's Sweet Mountain after all. Yeah, laser's nice because as long as you're holding the analog stick down, you're going to be aiming. You don't have to worry about some sort of timer running out, not facing the right direction at the time. You just take your time, and when you're good and aimed, you just let go of the analog stick and you're good. So, get those platforms to move, and let's hop to the next. I really like the music too. The music's got some of my favorite songs in this entire series. Like it's all really well done. I have nothing but good things to say about this game. I don't know if you've noticed by now, by not having bad things to say. Look, there's a ring hidden up there. Just keep going up. There we go, ring. Perfect. But I really can't think of a negative thing to say. Like, the drifting felt unnatural. Boo-hoo. At least it works. At least I'm not falling through cliffs or fighting shitty broken boss battles or listening to a plot that doesn't make sense, kissing human females on the mouth, or the other things that Sonic 2006, I mean other games in the series have done. Anyway. Holy crap, there's Oreos in that cliffside. Oh my god, this looks delicious. I just want to eat this level. But yeah, like the first time I played through this game, you know, I was lucky. I think I was lucky. I'm not sure. You tell me if this is luck or not. The day this came out, I got sick, and you know, I was in bed all the time, and I was not feeling well, and that meant that I pretty much got 2 or 3 days to just play this game. I didn't do a whole lot else besides sleep and drink water and all that stuff you're supposed to do when you're sick. But I got to play this game, and I got to play it a whole lot, and lesser things like work and friends and social life and the life in general. They didn't get in my way. I didn't have anything weighing me down, and I just got to play this and enjoy this. And I played through, I think I got like 100%. I got every S rank but one level. I got all the red coins, and I beat the hell out of this game, really. Anyway, the point I'm trying to get at is you could play through this entire game, and never once did I feel like a life was robbed from me. I didn't feel like, you know, I wasn't cursing at the game, I wasn't being like, that was bullshit, why did I die? Every single death I had, I could chalk up to my own fault. It wasn't like, well, the level was designed horribly in this area, how was I supposed to know to do this? It wasn't, you know, I just glitched through that cliffside, that was bullshit. And it wasn't anything like that. I played it, and if I died, it was like, well, I died. That was stupid, and I'll know for next time. I think that's good level design right there. And it's like, yeah, a level can be a jerk once in a while. It'll throw you into spikes or do something mean to you, but it's nothing that the first time you're playing, you can't catch on to and correct it. You don't feel at any moment that this game is unfair or doing things unjustly. So you'll notice there's these blue cubes right here, and these cubes have these rings in them. Well, what the hell is that all about? We aren't going to find out immediately. It's something that we get later on. So, okay, this part right here, I could think of something to complain about. These guys, they're tough to kind of make sense of. If you boost into them, and you can swing around a whole bunch and go flying off. But if you jump into them, you just swing back and forth, and you got to time it right in order to fling yourself off. Trying to get that coin. I don't know why I care about it so much. Let's see. Let's get up here. And I don't know. These just kind of feel awkward, and that's not working. Can I jump off this? Oh, you know what it is? You can't use these if you're... I think so. You can't use these if you're facing the wrong way. Like, you're just going to drop off if you're trying to jump backwards. But if you're doing it forwards, you should be able to... Yeah, this isn't working. Alright, so if you're facing that way, you could jump off of it and you'll go flying forward. And that's what we want. Yeah, this way just doesn't work. Okay. So I'll have to jump to the left here. Okay, let's do this, and let's turn around, hit it from this angle. And we'll wait for that platform, and fantastic, there we go, see? And whoop, wrong way. Make sure to... No! God damn. Okay, that's cool. It's cool. Get back up here still. What? Okay, so we go up here. Wait, there's a secret up here. I want to try to get this. Let's see, I'll try this again because I accidentally fell the whole way. So, like I said before, you boost into them, you'll swing around a couple times, and then go flying way farther or higher than you normally would. See? And then you... Okay, crap, hang on. You do it for the first one here, and then you do it... No. Here. There you go. Do it on here, and then do it on this one. And you're flying over here, and there's a secret area. So, I don't know, you feel good discovering secret areas in this, too. There's a lot of them everywhere. And they did a good job of just branching the levels out. It's not boring one way or another. It's... Okay, that was... Oh, crap. That was dumb of me. I'll make my way up here. Oh, that's gonna move up. Right, okay. So those flagpoles. Alright, so here. This time's kind of weird. Okay, there we go. No, no, platform's too small. Damn. Alright, more of these, and there's the goal ring. Perfect. So that level's all done. Okay, so the C rank on that, not great, but it's okay. And on to Act 6. Let's finish this up, and we got a boss fight after this. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Sonic knows what's up. He's pointing to where he's calling out the end of the level. So these yellow cubes, they aren't the blue ones, obviously, but the yellow cubes, if they get attacked in some sort of way, they'll disappear temporarily. These guys are shooting them and they'll disappear. And check this out. If you... I think you can boost into them. We can't get for the top. If you slam into them from the bottom, but see, you can boost here and go right through. Alright, let's see. So this level will combine a lot of the blue cubes with the yellow ones, and we still can't do anything with the blue cubes yet. We're going to need to go to another world in order to do that first. But you'll see how those work, and they're interesting. I don't have any boost meters, so I can't. That was kind of the one thing I didn't like too much about this game. I do like that the boost comes from rings better than the wisps. Like, I want to be able to collect rings and get a boost meter. I want to be able to destroy enemies and get some boost. It feels like if you don't conserve your boost at just the right moments, then you're gonna have to take an awkward route through the level sometimes. So you need to know when to use the boost if nothing else. I think there's a donut loop-de-loop. How cool is that? Alright, so another C rank, but that's okay. Like I said, we're not going to be getting, like, real great ranks right away. Okay, so next boss time.
If I was an alien in need of saving, where would I be? Experience has taught me to investigate anything that glows.
This looks pretty glowy to me. Let's take a look at
it. Experience has also taught me that the best way to solve problems is to kick robot butt.
It's also a good life lesson.
Next. Excuse me, giant killer robot? You want to do this the hard way or the easy way?
I'm guessing the easy way, come on.
Somehow I knew you'd say that. Let's dance.
Okay, so boss number 2. This one looks a little bit differently. You've got the ship that you gotta get through first. So we've got these cannonballs we could use as kind of platforms to home in on. The glowing ones will give you either a power-up or rings. I think it just, it's not random, I think it just depends on which ones you hit. So we get to the front, hit that, or we get to the back actually, hit the switch and the ship goes down. Not too hard so far, but this is where the actual boss comes into play. So he's gonna jump off the ship and join us on this platform. And we're gonna run into him like idiots, so that's cool. We'll boost, you get a homing attack or boost into him, and either way you're gonna do some damage. So there we go, it's taken out. Another way you can do it is, some of the glowing ones will give you a drill power-up, and you could use the drill to maneuver underground and then come back out underground and do damage that way. And it's harder to do, but it does a lot more damage. And see, we got a drill there. I'll show you. So while you're underground, these mole robots will chase after you. They're pretty fast and they'll do a lot of damage, so you got to be careful when you're under there. But if you could come back out and drill the boss from underneath, you're going to do a ton of damage to him. And plus you get some extra points here, and it shows you where he is, so it's a plus. There we go, we beat him already. He's just going to sit there and then barf rings up, so we'll get these rings as they come along. Select them here. There we go, so the second boss is taken care of. None of the bosses are really too hard, but they're creative. They are still a challenge. You're not frustrating hard, but you gotta kind of figure out what you're doing. Got an A rank on that, not too bad, not too bad. Alright, another cutscene. See what's happening here.
Hey Tails, you missed the BBBE. Best boss beating ever. So, has Yacker given you any more information or limericks or whatever it is he's spouting?
Okay, I guess. I definitely wouldn't call it the best.
Isn't 100%.
Trust me, I remember.
So anyway, these aliens are made up of a really powerful energy source called hyper-go-ons.
That is the actual name for it?
Well,
It's a silly name.
it's their life source, and you only got a taste of it. Look at what happened. Battery is sort of an understatement. The funny thing, it was first translating as horrible body odor. Anyway,
That's gross.
An evil man, and you might know him, who they call Baldy Nosehair.
Baldy Nosehair.
Baldy Nosehair! That's the best thing I've heard all day.
I agree, Sonic. It's
I gotta remember
hilarious.
that one.
You should. It's a great name.
Anyway, he's draining them of their power.
See, they like make fun of them. I don't want to say they make fun of themselves, but God, it's funny.
An evil dolphin?
These are very entertaining cutscenes.
Oh, an evil purpose.
That's good intel. Keep working on it.
Hey, where are you going?
To find Baldy McNosehair, of course. I'm totally calling him McNosehair.
Dude, you should. Such a great name. Better than Eggman. Alright, so we're done with Sweet Mountain. Let's head on over to this place. It looks pretty fancy. Got all the colors. Holy crap. And that cube-looking motherfucker. So Starlight Carnival. This place. The levels themselves, I don't think are all that great. There's a lot of just running straight forward on paths, but holy damn does it look beautiful. Look at this. There's lights and shit everywhere. There's like a million... There's just a ton of things. Look at the ground and it's disappearing under us, and all these ships and neon lights. And this is a Wii game. Let me remind you of that. Like, this is GameCube quality graphical stuff right here. And it looks absolutely fantastic. I would kill to see this in high def. I absolutely would. There's just a ton of neon lights, and you gotta home in all these things here. I don't even know what they are. These space rectangles. They even make space noises. Look at all this crap. They're just running around everywhere. And let's hop into a ship, because why not? Let's just get on in here. And even look, it's just full of neon. There's colors everywhere. And check this out, it's our new power-up. Cube! The fun cannot be halted. Alright, so it turns Sonic into a cube temporarily. And basically it just switches all those rings into cubes and cubes into rings. And then you could collect the rings, and they don't count as a ring, but they get rid of them. So if you want there to not be a cube there, you can collect it and then turn the things back into cubes, and then yeah, kind of a puzzle element, nothing huge. So there's that spiny dude there from Chemical Plant, like I was talking about. We'll do the little sky there. There's like disco balls and shit. Who installs disco balls into the bottom of a ship? Because I want to shake their hand. They're a great person. This level is beautiful. Just look at all the colors and these rings we're running through, and they don't make stupid wobbly sounds. And look, there's Moto bugs. So we got all these Moto bugs here. They're trying to outrace us, and we can't have that. So we could switch through these different lanes here. Just quick step into them, because they'll stay behind you and they'll try to pass you. This must have been this part must have been thought up by some really angry driver or something. Like one of those guys that always wants to stay ahead. So the Moto bugs try to pass you up, and you could dodge into them and take them out, and you get more boost for it. So it's pretty fun. Like, these jerks are trying to pass, you know, be having none of that. Can't be faster than Sonic. Fuck that. See, look, you get like 1,000 points every time you quick step to them. They'll run out eventually, but if you want a ton of free points, just keep pressing left and right over and over. No reason not to, really. So, holy shit, that's just teleporting in out of nowhere. There's this ship just, boom, what's up, guys? Coming through space. Alright, so we're in another ship here. This part's a little weird. I don't know how much I like this. This almost feels like a glitch here, because it shoots you off into the top of the level, and then you just jump over to the right here, and you fall. And that doesn't seem like something that should actually happen in the level. It's a little weird. But that's okay. You fix it. Turn back into cube. Alright, we're gonna traverse a level thread here. Okay, so we'll jump up here, and this is part of one of those puzzle things I was talking about. So you can jump over here, turn back into a cube, and you can stand on the other platform. So we'll use this, turn back in, and we'll fall on the ones below this. And so you just kind of gotta plan out a step or two ahead with this. You can jump over here, return into cube. And there we go, we'll get that ring and continue on. There's more of these weird launchers here, so we'll spend about 30 seconds doing this. Alright, so in this next part here, we just dash through and clear most of this, but you want to stop because you're not going to clear the whole thing, I guarantee it. Try to dash through this last one, you're going to get crushed, and you won't like it, you'll die, and you'll have to do it all over again. So careful. I'll run through this last part here, just a shitload of more of these things. Okay, so home on in. You see that home in reticle, and you want to just home in on it, so you don't fall and die. A bajillion rings, and on our way towards the end of the level. So how was that? That was the first act of Starlight Carnival. Super exciting, I think. And all this here, and check that out, it's an S rank. Let's collect our 3 extra lives. Get another one, I'm sure it's in here somewhere. Maybe I'll find it. I'm not gonna find it. That's okay, still got 3 of them, that's a lot of lives. Yeah, it's our first S rank of the game. I think it went very well. So we get these cube guys and just distribute them out to wherever they feel like being. Be free, little dudes. Alright, and on to Act 2. I think it was 3. It's not 3. Let's not jump ahead of ourselves. We still have plenty of this game to enjoy. Alright, so where do you start off inside of the ship? This is going to be more of a 2D section here. We're going to use the cube. Okay, let's jump down here so we can get back up. And you can see that some of the acts will reuse areas from some of the other acts, and it's not a big deal, you know? It's still something that perfectly acceptable because the level layout's changed enough, you know? It's not like going through the same level you just did. We'll wait for this to explode, so we didn't get up here in the last act. these take a while. I can't remember if you could destroy these blocks with the cube or not. I think you can, but I don't really see a point. Alright, so if we change... Oh, crap. Okay. Let those blow up, and then we'll change this here. And let's jump over on top of these, and we can wall kick, and jump to that and get that. Yeah, Sonic can wall kick in this game, and it works pretty well, I think. Yeah, you just get a whole bunch of chances to use the cube here over and over again. And I can't remember if these, did they get you points or anything? Yeah, I think the rings get you points at least, so it's still good to collect some of the rings if you can. And alright, am I gonna... There we go, alright. So we'll just get to the goal ring and finish this up. It's a lower, it's a B rank still, it's not bad, but not too worried about the ranks, like I said. Just playing this game to enjoy it, and not going for 100%, because like I said, I've pretty much done that already. Let's see, so now we go on to Act 3, it was coming eventually. Okay. So this one's pretty fun. You get this little bouncy pad thing, and it'll keep moving itself forward. And if you move forward with it, it'll go quicker. You try to stomp down on it, and you'll bounce up higher. But you can't move it to the left. It'll only go right. So it'll follow you until it's supposed to stop. You get up here, got like a million rings, and this guy went up. Jump back down. There's more rings up here. I want those rings. Give me those rings. There's a lot of them. They're shiny, and I want them. There we go. Alright, so slide down here into the next section. And this one's moving upwards this time, so we can't move it upwards any faster, but I don't know if you'd want to. You can slam down on it and jump higher up. There we go, get through that. And basically, if you do want to get a good rank in this level, you've got, or in this game in general. What the? Okay, that was dumb. Whatever. I'm going to talk about ranks here a little bit. So, best way to get a good rank at any given level of this game is you got to remember what'll give you points here. You get points from a whole lot of things. You'll get them from rings, so you want to collect a ton of rings, and then you want to hold on to them because you'll get points at the end of the act for however many you have. The special rings will get you, I think, 10,000 points each. It gets you something big, so you want to remember where all the red rings are, and you get special bonuses out of those. So collecting more of them is going to get you a better score. There's the Wisp power-ups. Using a power-up is going to get you a bigger score as well, because it just will, okay? But yeah, different ones will get you different power-ups. If you get a drill, you want to hold on to the drill as much as you can and just use it a lot, because shit, that was dumb. But using the drill a lot will get you a bigger score. And just anything you could do... I did that again. Anything you could do, really, that isn't dying, because you can see that your score will stay the same. If you die, you won't... I can't remember if you lose anything or not. At the very least, it saves what your score was when you hit the checkpoint, but your time doesn't reset, so eventually that time bonus is really going to drag you down if you have to keep redoing a section over and over again. Like, you could probably get an S rank and still die in the level somewhere, but you don't want to do that. Just wastes everybody's time. Let's see. Just a little bit more of this, I think. Just not get hit this time. There we go. Good job. There we go. Got one up to make up for some of the ones we lost. Jump over here. And there's the goal ring. Let's bounce up and get to it. Alright, C rank, but whatever, we died a couple times, so we were asking for it. on to the next one. So Act 4 here. Let's see what Act 4 has to bring to us. Yeah, in that little part earlier, I think it mentioned, I don't know. You got enough red rings, and then good stuff happens. That giant floating Sonic head in the corner of the world map is that Sonic simulator I was talking about. Just means you unlock new levels into it. Don't get too excited. So let's go down here, because there's a secret ring down here. It's not death, I assure you. And I like how they dressed up the egg pawns for different levels too. Like they're just kind of, whoops, my bad. I like how they didn't just reuse egg pawns for levels over and over. Like this level, they're dressed up to be band members or playing trumpets and stuff in there. They're kind of cute, really. And in the tropical resort level, they were dressed like they had those neon signs and stuff. Oh, crap. Bad at this. And I think they had a little like chef's hats or something in the last level. That was a cool one. I really like that level. But you can see, like, what I was talking about earlier with the levels and everything, how they all feel kind of creative and original. Like, Sonic's done space levels before, you know that. He's done techno-y looking levels before, but it feels like it does it in a way that hasn't been presented yet. Like, you've had these flashy, crazy, like, factory-type levels. You've had space levels, but they haven't really combined them like they have on this. It's 0 rings again, so let's wait out on this and not get hit and die. I don't care about the ring that much. Just continue on. Can't go back and get it, can I? I can't. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Get a boost for that one. Okay, is there anything over here we could do? Not yet. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, it's just another one of those sections that requires another power-up that we don't have yet. We'll suck it up, we'll deal with it, because we'll get that power-up later on. We are coming back. I mean, I'm not gonna get 100%, but I'm not gonna... I don't know. Alright, another C rank. I'm not too excited either way. There's one up in here. There we go. Okay, on to the next one. Act 5 out of 6. It's another kind of long level, I think. Like, you'll notice kind of a pattern here. You've got the first level is always a long level. It showcases off pretty much everything the level's about. And the acts later on, like 2, 3, and 4, are kind of small. They have some sort of main focus point on them, like a certain thing that you'll do in the level, a certain Wisp power-up, or getting shot by lasers. And then you'll have one more slightly long level in there somewhere. So let's actually avoid these lasers that time. It seems like a better idea than running into them face first and getting hit, right? I would think so. Yeah, there we go, we're safe. So on to the next part, let's do some skydiving here. Does that even work in space? How does that... Wisp, oh, never mind. We won't get Wisp, we'll get this though, because it's here. Might as well pick it up. We get 30,000 points with those, my mistake. It's even more than 10,000, they're definitely worth picking up. So, believe you me. It's like you recognize this part too, the path's gonna branch off or whatever. You see all these different sections and the different levels you play, but they come together differently in every act, and it's always something new. Oh yeah, you see that on the bottom there, the exclamation mark? That was... I'll explain that in a bit. First of all, this is the float power-up. You get to Float, I think is very aptly named, but you also get the Lightspeed Dash in this mode. It's something that Sonic doesn't have in this game, actually. But when you activate the Lightspeed Dash, or the hover power-up, then you can Lightspeed Dash, and it helps you get around quicker, because it's kind of a slow power-up. We'll use that to float our way up here. And then, yeah, if you're close to a bottomless pit, you'll get this thing on the bottom of your screen. It's a yellow, just warning sign. And it's just there to tell you that if you fall, you're going to die. There's no alternate path down there. Don't think that there is. There's just cold, long falling death. So that's nice. It tells you to be careful. And it is very much appreciated and very helpful. Get boosted them. I don't have boosty powers. Alright, more giant path here. We're going to take out these guys, and I'll show you why in just a second. It's definitely worth it, despite their cute band playing. They even make the instrument sounds. It's adorable. So killing them all gets us another one of those float power-ups. Hover, I'm sorry. Check us out. We're just going to follow this huge trail of rings for a while. So we get up to the top of this battleship here. It's another battleship level, too, if you think about it. It's kind of like Egg Fleet in Sonic Heroes, except fun. Another float power-up. Hover! God damn it! It's not float. It's not what Sonic says when he activates it. There's another one. Let's hover some more. See, I made another ring path when we destroyed this guy, so we'll just follow this one and wind it on up. There's even a ring hidden back there, so wait for this to end. There we go. So we'll drop this down, we'll just jump into this. And there we go, into the goal ring. C up to a B, up to an A. See how much just collecting stuff and going through the level fast will change that. I only got a C rank for all of this, but the more I went through it, the more points I got. Okay, so I think we got one more act here. Is this the last one? This is the last one. It's Act 6. Starlight Carnival, and this one's going to focus more on the float. The hover and power up. Let's hover on up. So you got all these platforms you can jump on, but why would we bother doing that? We have the hover power up. We're just going to keep flying upwards, collecting these. There's a few branching off paths and secrets and rings and everything around here, and it's still a big open level, honestly. There's a specific path you could take just straight up if you want to get to the end of it. Collecting rings is good, gives you more points, and I think it stops the countdown on the power-up if you're doing the light speed. So we're going up here, be careful of all these spikes, it's dangerous, and so is that. We ran out. Up here, I thought there was something, there's like a secret somewhere. Yeah, you can still get hurt in hover mode, so be careful. We ran out, so we're going to come back down, break through that, and we'll try this again. We've been here, but I thought there was a button or something you could press, and it made a trail of rings that made this a lot easier to go through. It's down over here. Oh, I know where it is. I know where it is. It's right over here. So let's press the button, go back into hover, and we're going to light speed dash through all this. See, look at all these rings. Holy shit, there's just rings everywhere. You can get a red ring. It doesn't last forever, though. You can't get all the way through that, unfortunately. But you can definitely make some headway. Look, there's some more over there. We press the button, so rings everywhere. Including all the ones we're losing. That wasn't worth it at all. Okay, we get a red one at least. We're gonna lose them anyway. God. Okay, make your way up here. And then you're gonna run out, so homing attack. Off of these, and I made a medal so they can't be destroyed. You can't just homing attack them and then be screwed throughout the level. Alright, A rank in the last act. up too. You never have too many lives. It's important. You saw how Eggman Land went in the last video. Lives are very important, but there's nothing that douchey in this game.
It's huge.
Just more cutscenes.
Eggman could be anywhere.
Indeed I could.
Even right behind this generator. Yes.
Sit, Hedgehog. Stand there and be a nice little target.
Tails, is that you humming?
Yeah, I make robot sounds all the time, Sonic. You know me.
Sonic, look out!
Oh crap, it's a laser. Let's get shot by it. All Tails taking the brunt of the damage. What a pal. What sucks? Did you kill him or something? Oh, he's fine. He's
Tails,
in our way.
buddy?
What you doing, Tails?
He's my buddy now.
I seriously
What are you
doubt
doing to
that.
him?
Me? I did nothing at all. Unless shooting him with my mind control beam that runs on alien energy counts is doing something to him.
I guess it would, wouldn't it? Whoops. My
To
mistake.
get to me, you're going to have to go through your best friend.
Or come up with a more creative
This
evasion
turned out
pattern.
much better than I could have hoped.
Left and right isn't cutting it, Sonic.
Prototype.
Enjoy it while you can.
Oh, I will. In fact, the only way to make this better would be to have you two fight.
We gonna fight Tails now? That's not
About
good.
it, dude.
Can't be the
You
boss
wanna
of
do
this level.
this?
What the?
What?
Tails, buddy, are you all right?
Well, I guess he isn't the boss of this level. That's good.
Where am I? Why is my nose hair tingling?
It's a good
Lousy
question.
cheap alien energy.
Well, I'm glad that we don't have to fight Tails, because Tails is my buddy, and out of everyone in this game, I would want to fight him the least.
Lots more. And then I won't just control one little punk, but the whole universe.
It's a lot of
In the
little
meantime,
punks for all you
enjoy the
people
park.
counting to
I'll
own.
leave you your own private tour guide.
Pay up, Tails. I told you he had an evil plot, and coming here was a good idea.
Told
Here it is,
you.
straight from the horse's mouth.
We didn't bet.
Damn.
Dang.
Really? See, I can't make fun of these. It's just, it does a great job. Sonic's all sulking off. He's disappointed. It's like, well, I guess I'll fight this boss. Broke and disappointed. Alright, so another boss time. We've got the giant battleship. And this feels kind of Sonic Heroes, except good, too. We've got this huge ship, and we're going to take it apart piece by piece. So we go in on this, and it eventually destroys this section of it. And he's going to drop some power-ups and things for us, so we collect those. Mostly rings, but he's also got some Wisp powers, see? Get that one. We got a laser to work with here. And no rings, fantastic. Be careful. Alright, so you hit him with a laser here, and it does a whole ton of damage, so... Any of these boss fights, if you get a chance to use any of the Wisp power-ups, do it, because it does a ton of damage to the boss, and you're definitely not going to regret it. So there we go, hit him again, look at that, he's blowing up already. We're pretty close to the end of this fight. Avoid the spikes and the lasers that come out here. And hit him with our own laser. Dash right through that. Do a whole ton of damage. Look at that. Do some more side steps because we're getting points off of it. We're not just doing it for our own health. Boost on forward. Hit him where it hurts. Alright, great, so another boss down. Just collect the rings that he drops, get a few more points while we're at it. Collect everything you can here. And there you are. See, eventually you don't get points for quick step, you can only do it too often. So another boss down, I got a B rank for that, which will turn into an A, and turn into an S. Fantastic. Get those extra lives. Never have too many of them. Maybe I can get the fourth one. There it is. 4 lives from that boss fight. Perfect. It's nice that they just kind of throw them at you.
give the guide your complaint?
Oh, I gave it to him pretty good. Sup, Yacker?
Still don't understand you, but you're pretty cool.
Well, it wasn't easy, but yeah.
Well, we know Eggman is going to use the energy he's stealing for a mind control weapon.
Learned that one the hard way.
Yeah, way to go, Tails. Get that mind controlled.
Yeah. At first I thought that Yacker was talking about how Baldy Nosehair was using burps to do it.
Baldy Nosehair.
Maybe the smell would
I hope they run with that
No,
forever.
something doesn't seem right with that.
That's what I said. It made no sense. Then I made a tiny adjustment and realized he was saying generators.
So, no burps. Well, that's a relief.
I don't know, you
Tell
can
me
confuse those two words
So basically,
personally.
Eggman is using 5 tractor beam generators to hold their planet in orbit while he scoops the aliens all up.
Hold a whole planet?
Well, it's tiny, but still, yeah.
Okay, fine. 5 generators? Well, I've already leveled 2.
So, if my math is correct, that leaves us 3 more of those bad boys to take out.
Good math,
Nobody said
Tails.
there'd be math, but I'm with you, buddy.
We should get moving. Yacker says the aliens don't have much time.
Once I start moving, I don't need much time.
Okay, so 3 worlds down now. I don't feel like talking through the cutscenes. They're good cutscenes, and I want you to appreciate. I'm watching them myself here. I just don't have anything to say. They speak for themselves. And one of the best parts about this game is the plot is simple. There's no giant friggin' monster that Robotnik's trying to summon. There's no crazy time travel or plot devices or anything. It's just Robotnik's trying to rule the world, and he's doing it through aliens. It's simple. I miss simplicity in my video games. I really do. Oh, and I was a pirate. Fantastic. What a lubber he is.
I think that's the wrong chip.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure he doesn't normally speak in pirate?
He might. You never know.
He's much more exotic now.
Just go find him and get that chip. Shortly, I will have no need for those idiots. In just a few hours, Sonic's world will be under my control. When it is, it will be the crown jewel of my amusement park. The greatest amusement park in the universe.
Such a good amusement park. And that's all I'm going for, really. He just wants to make an amusement park. He doesn't seem that evil. He's been on this for a while, really. I don't know what him and amusement parks are, but... Okay, so on to the 4th world. We just unlocked 3 more levels to beat. And start off with Planet Wisp. It's the next in the line. And this level is gorgeous. Absolutely. Just look at this place. There's all this grass sitting around. And the good news is this is going to be the level featured in Sonic Generations for this game. So we get to see it in glorious, high-definition, master visuals. But in the meantime, we'll still appreciate it for what it is here. And yeah, it's a good level. It's nice and peaceful, and it's not your typical... It doesn't feel like a typical grass level, you know? It's not all grassy and hilly and whatever they normally are, because you've also got all this stuff. It's a construction zone as well. So it's a Green Hill Zone level with a launch-based feel to it. It's creative and new, and I definitely like the mixture. It works very well. You've got all this nature and beauty and stuff around you, but then you got pipes coming out of these cliff sides and everything. And it adds a nice balance into the level. You get a little bit of both out of each act. It's a pretty looking place, definitely. So hopefully we'll get some enjoyment out of it here. I'm sure we will. Amazing. What else is new? It's just so amazing. Alright, we got a wall kick up here. I don't know if this is supposed to be how you're supposed to get that, but you can wall kick up there, and it gives you a ring, so might as well get something out of it. It's still good. Alright, I like that chain in the background too. Like the whole plot thing is all these chains are connecting the worlds together, and you getting power and stuff from all the worlds or whatever's going on. The chains are important, but it also reminds me, especially in this level, of Sonic CD, how Little Planet was kind of chained to the ground. And in the opening cutscene that I didn't show you, Sonic runs up the he runs up the chain to get to the place, and it looks kind of like it does in this level actually. So it's real good stuff, I think. And now we got this rocket power up, so use that to get up here definitely. And there's a spikes power. I haven't explained the spikes power up yet. It's pretty cool. You get to stick to ceilings, you get to move around walls and everything, and you get to spin dash. So it lets you go pretty fast. And you can climb up here, jump off of that. And yeah, the spikes is fun. It just lets you climb everything. It almost feels like a Knuckles kind of thing, like where hover is tails, then the spikes would be Knuckles. So A rank for that level, good stuff. Okay, so Act 1 is done, and we will see what is coming up. Alright, Act 2 of Planet Wisp. And I like the music for this one, definitely. It's got this kind of chill beat to it. Alright, move on up here. There's a lot of 2D platforming to this game. And that's okay, really. And it feels like there's more of it than the 3D, really, but they both work really well. I forget the easy way to get that. I'm not going to worry too much about it. You hit this switch over here, though, and it'll lower a handle over here. And you get hit by a million more spike balls. That's okay, whatever. Oh, well, shit, no, I don't want spike balls. You don't have rings to afford spike balls with face. Just go across here. And there we go. We're safe. Everything's good. Some more 2D sections. There's a lot of platforming in this act here. A lot of moving platforms, a lot of going up and down and all around. Right, these have spikes on them, so you gotta be a little more careful. You just gotta move around them. But there's a red ring here, so we'll collect that and we'll keep on going. Through this. And another weird thing about Planet Wisp, I think it's cool, like it gives a personality, is the water in the area is purple. And I'm not sure why that is, but it's neat looking. Alright, here. And those jar guys, the Lackitude motherfuckers, they could be good or bad. Like, they'll throw out rings occasionally, if you haven't noticed already. But they'll mostly throw out spike balls. You just gotta be careful with the spike balls. If you get rings from them, great, it's perfect. If you don't, then just avoid them. So one up over here, and this guy throws out rings. Look at him. It's so nice of him. There's just rings everywhere. So that was cool of you. Thanks, buddy. I don't know if he's, like, broken or something, but... that's fine. Right, so up here, and the goal ring is coming up pretty quickly, I think. I think we just go across here. And yeah, it's right underneath this. So duck under here, and goal ring. Fantastic. So Act 2 is all taken care of. Give me 1-ups. Perfect. I like 1-ups. Alright, on to Act 3. We'll see how this one works. Oh yeah, we got this again, so a lot of quick stepping to the left and right, just avoiding the holes and being able to stay up on top. Jump over this and miss, that's cool. That's cool, we got a laser power up and we'll fall to the very bottom. But see, that's what I like about this game. Instead of just having that whole switching back and forth, and if you screw it up, you're gonna die. Like Unleashed would do that. It's something Unleashed would do. And for Sonic Colors, it's just 3 layers of that stuff. So if you screw it up, it's okay. You still have other chances. Alright, so across here, another cube level. That's great. The fun still cannot be halted. We'll continue cubing on through here. You can use the cube to break these, see? That would have made that one level a lot quicker. Back in the I can't remember. So, cross this, and if you defeat these enemies, a red thing appears. Don't forget that. And we'll continue on where we're supposed to go, which is not into those spikes, but I guess we'll do what we have to. Continue downwards, and you can get another one over here. You just collect these enough to get them out of the way. And another red ring. So this part gets a little bit tricky. You gotta be careful of the platforming in this part. And hopefully we can do an alright job of this. So you gotta use the cube to destroy these blocks, and then you can jump over and... Not over, that was dumb. Yeah, it's just kind of tough, because you could use the double jump to help you get across that, but the double jump feels like it's less accurate, if that makes sense, because the second jump kind of throws off your flow. So you could use just one jump to get to those platforms, no problem. But it doesn't matter if you want to or not, because it's kind of dangerous either way. Do this again. And oh crap, and die again. Great. It's okay. You can keep this going, just because we die a few times, it's not going to set us back too much. Get these again. I want to keep getting these. I like my red rings. I don't know why. And I'm not worried about points at this time because I've died like 2 or 3 times. I'm definitely not worried about getting all the red rings because, like I said before, I'm not going to unlock everything. It's going to take a lot of time to do that. Now, let's face it, I don't have a whole lot of time left. Because Sonic Generations is coming out soon, and you know I don't have time to sit around and collect things and get secrets and unlock everything in the game. I just don't have time to get all these red rings because you know I need to do more important things like fuck up that jump. I don't even know why I'm carrying. I'm not supposed to be collecting all these red rings here. More important things, but I want it. It's there. It's not getting me through this level. Alright, down here again, over to the left. Keep on. You're very familiar with this red ring by now, I'm sure. This whole section, really. Alright, see if this goes a little bit better. Open, you know. Let's jump over here. Let's try this one more time. And, that's enough. That's it. No more screwing around. We've got to beat this level at some point. Because we've got plenty of other levels that we still have to play. Okay, and if you can see in the corner there, it says time's up, and I actually don't know what that means. It probably has something to do with the score, and like you can't get a good score now that the time's up or whatever. And I don't know, I already know that I'm not going to get a good score, so I'm not too upset by that. It's not like, oh, the time's up, you're going to die, or the time's up, you can't beat the level now, or something. It's not a big deal. But it definitely is if you're trying to get good ranks, so... If you're trying to get good ranks, you're probably not doing that over and over. You're probably actually good at this, and doing things like they should be done. Oh well. Alright, one more. I promise you I'll get this one right. I hope. I promise. I know I have to follow through on it. I can't screw this up. Gotta do this well. Alright, do this one more time. Down here. Alright, no more dicking around. Just jump from platform to the next platform to the next platform. I'm not even gonna go up this time. I'm gonna wait for this to get out of the way. Just gonna wait, just gonna take our time. And a little more. There we go. Get up on here and goal rank. Perfect. Okay, so no more of that. I apologize. That was very ugly. I'm gonna get a D rank. I think the D is the lowest rank in this game. I don't think it's an E. But that's okay. We'll accept our fate as is. Okay, so on to the Act 4. Keep on coming through Planet Wisp here. It's not the most creative name, I mean, I'll give it that, but it's still a really great level, I think. And I can't wait to play the Generations version personally, it'll be a ton of fun. So here's more sliding. The sliding works a little better in this than it did before. Slide on through and into here. And this is a cool level. It's really hard to collect all the red coins for this level, I've noticed, but we've got this huge structure right here, and we're just going to run across the sides of it. It's kind of like the giant burger mountain or the giant tree again, but just run through the sides of this. There's a lot of different paths and everything you can take, and it's kind of hard to get all the red rings. I'm honestly not sure how to legitimately get them all. I feel like I kind of broke it the time that I did it. But there's a rocket power up here somewhere, and you could use the power up to get where you need to in order to get the last ones. I just don't know like where you're supposed to use it. Well, that's not too important. What's important is getting through this level. In order to do that, I want that. You gotta wait this through. Let's just don't be impatient here, because this part's harder, then that was a dumb idea. That's a very dumb idea. Alright, we'll try that again. You want to be patient in this part, because if you don't, you're going to fall and die or do something stupid just like I did. And, you know, it's really not that hard. It's just you gotta have the timing right. And look at that one up, why not? Make up for that screw up I had. So just wait around. Not a big deal. And this platform to the right here will come up and down, so just jump until you can get to it. That's not what I meant to do. Okay, crap. We're gonna wait again. I screwed up. It's okay. Alright, we'll fix this. Don't worry. Alright. So now we can do this. We aren't hindered by any robots or bad decisions or anything. We're just gonna wait for the platform to come down. We're gonna jump on this platform. If we go to the left here, you can see there's that crystal. So you turn to the left, and I'm just gonna jump here in case I screw up and miss it. But we'll use that to get over here. And there's a rocket power-up. So we can use the rocket power-up right here, and it'll take us a shortcut through this level. And hooray! So I'm not sure how you're supposed to That's sparking? That sparks... I can't tell if that's just a background or if that's one of those, like, laser sparks you could take. Let's see if we can... You know, I kind of want to see if I could use that. Hang on, let's go back real quick. I'm just curious, because like I said before, I don't know how to legitimately get to the higher part of this level and get more of the red coins, because I've done it, but it didn't feel right, you know what I mean? You ever get into a section of a level and just be like, that's not how I was supposed to get into the level? Felt like that, and... No, it's definitely in the background. My mistake. I don't know how to do it. Alright, doesn't matter, we'll get back up here. And we'll play the level out it's meant to be played, and we'll just beat it. We aren't going for the red rings, remember? So through here, onto the end, and there's the end. Let's get to it. It's not going to be a great rank, especially because we don't have rings. I won't change it at all. Alright. Hey, another cutscene. Let's watch.
As alien as this place is, there's something very Eggman-ish about it.
Couldn't be all the construction and robots.
Making it part of his theme park.
Attention guests, if you can hear this message, you are trespassing in an area still under renovation. If you are not a robot, please return to the main park areas and ignore anything evil you might have seen here.
Well, I'm not a robot.
Looks like
we
the
gotta...
theme of his park is universal domination and the conquest of alien races.
It's more than a theme.
It's not a very broad... That's not a very broad theme. It's not a good theme.
Intergalactic castle.
That's pretty low, even for a sleazeball like Eggman.
Some displacement of indigenous aliens and destruction of natural resources may occur. Eggman Enterprise is not responsible.
Oh god, that was fast talk. Crazy jab talking.
You getting any of that?
Yeah, they're totally freaked out. It sounds like they're in shock because of public transportation and a loony nurse.
Yeah, I'll tell you, public transportation is just awful these days.
Strange transformation.
Oh, wait.
And having been dragged across the universe.
Well, I still can't believe he
well,
kidnapped
okay.
the whole planet. How did somebody do that?
They're saying it was either ice cream or a tractor beam.
Yeah, well, I'm going to guess it wasn't ice cream shooting out of those generators.
But it should have been...
I would get one for back home.
Dude, I'd get two.
I would get all of them. Every last generator just chock full of the rim of ice cream. Man, I'd love that. Love ice cream. Anyway, not important. What's important is... That's not important either. What's important is there's another level here, so let's go to it. And we're gonna play it. We're gonna do better than the last level. Or the last couple levels, really. Alright, so another one of these. You get more of the yellow cube action going on. You gotta be careful that they aren't destroyed. Or else you're gonna fall and probably die. I don't know. Bad things will happen to you for sure. Look at this rocket power up. And that will shoot us off into space. And space has lots of spike balls and red rings. Let's pick up the red rings. Because they're good. It's good to have them. Alright, there's a second one right down here. Off to a pretty good start already, I think. And look, there's another rocket power up down here. You can't fool me. I saw those rings. You can't hide things from me when you have rings just sitting everywhere, but nice try. Next guy. Oh crap. That's cool. We saved it, and there's another ring. Alright, off to the next part. And there's this place would be a lot cooler if we had another power-up, and I can't show it to you now because it's one of the last power-ups that we get. But when you unlock it in some of the other levels, it's a whole lot of fun. We'll make our way up here. Just be careful for them destroying these. And there's the gold ring. Okay, so next act is taken down. B rank. Keep that B rank. It's alright. Any lives in here? Come out. Yes, I think we got one more act to go. Was it? Yep, it's like one more act. Let's head on to it. Let's do it to it. Act 6 of Planet Wisp. Alright, so it starts off on a ton of rails. Just kind of gotta switch around and make sure you take the right one over. Up here, if you miss, you should miss. Do it on purpose, because you're going to fall down here. You avoid all these guys, and what's that red thing? It's a ring. We'll pick that up, and here comes the hard part, getting back on track. So if you can land on perfect. Land on that, and get hit by... Don't go back. Go that way. Shit, nope. Okay. Alright, we're good. Everything's good. Fixed it. It's better now. Alright. Into the 2D section. We got a float, or hover power up, hover. Gotta make sure you get the right name for it. We'll hover on through this giant thing of rings. We keep on hovering over here. There's another one up here, so let's get that. Go back. That was close. Go back over here because there is another hover power up, and we'll use that on this trail of rings. There we go, perfect. So, oh, we got the spikes. Wait, we got the spikes. Go back down. Got the spikes. I like the spikes. So we'll use that to climb up the mountain here, and up here, like another red ring. You do a pretty good job of hiding the rings, too. Like, you gotta go out of your way to find a good portion of them. There's not too many that are just sitting right there in front of you for you to get. Alright, so on to more rails, and these rails are gonna take us over to this part here. And this is kind of fun. There's a whole lot of platforms to make your way up. But we won't waste too much time with that. This part's tough if you're just using the platforms. But I've got a secret to show you. It's going to help us out a bit. So if we drop down here and get the hover power up. And you can't hover all the way up because it's not going to last that long. So keep that in mind, at least. Well, let's see. Go over here and look at that. There's a spike power up. So we'll grab that one. We'll use it to climb the wall off to the side. And we could do that all the way up to the top. First one here. And hey, look, you can even homing attack on the spike thing. Isn't that cool? And we'll go down here, drop down, and check it out, it's the goal ring. So we just avoided that whole last section there. It was pretty easy that time. Oh, we even got an S rank for our clever little shortcut there. Oh, good on us. We got an S rank in that last stage. Get on out of here and into the boss act for Planet Wisp.
And there's the generator. Seems like these guys are getting harder and harder to find.
Crap, it's this guy again. He looks kind of familiar, doesn't he? That's the first one we fought.
I know for a fact these guys are getting harder and harder to beat.
Please remember, all planets in Eggman's incredible Interstellar Amusement Park are, as far as you know, wholly owned properties of Eggman Enterprises and its subsidiaries. All unauthorized photography, video reproduction, or shutting down of generators is strictly prohibited. Thank you.
Eggman, I am going to save this planet, and I am going to free these aliens. No copyright law in the universe is going to stop me.
See, what do I say to that? I just don't know. Like, these cutscenes really speak for themselves. Just gonna let them go because I can't make fun of that. It's just perfect by itself. Anyway, we're gonna fight this boss again. He works pretty much exactly the same like he did the first time. He's just got a few new tricks up his sleeve. He's got these yo-yo looking platforms first of all. And he hides his face too. And the lasers come out, so you watch out for the lasers. The platforms will cover them, but if they'll, break occasionally, so you gotta get away from it. And you get the spikes, and the spikes will do a decent amount of damage, so you can get in there with the spikes. The hard part, there we go. And you get the spikes, and I think you get another one in this level here, but you also gotta be careful, because if the red ones get hit by lasers, they're gonna start spinning ultra fast. And that just gets things dizzy and weird. I'll wait for these lasers, because he's not gonna open up his big dumb face until he does. There we go. If we boost up to the side, jump in, and homing attack. Nope. One more time. There we go. And that was it, we just beat him, because the spikes did a whole lot of damage, remember that. Get all these rings going. And alright. So, next boss is done. That's 4 worlds already, there's only 2 more and then the last world left. So we're making really good progress with this game. It's going by pretty quick. So it's a whole lot of fun, it's a fun game. We'll play this last cutscene here.
Wow! Sometimes I even impress myself. For a second there, I wasn't sure I was going to pull it off.
Phil, you're super. Yeah, I know, right, Sonic? Don't kid yourself.
Are you talking to the broken robot who can't hear you?
Maybe. That's between me and the robot.
See, I can't make fun of this. Just listen to it. It's beautiful.
Absolutely.
So, we can just forget about the whole talking to dead robots thing, right?
Nope.
Nope.
I knew you'd say that.
Oh, come on. I've seen you save the day a lot of times, but I've never seen you talk to a pile of metal.
Touché.
You got a point there. Alright, see you for part 2.